Okay, Brooks. So on your auto insurance, let's see. You have how many cars do you have?
Two cars.
Two cars. That's right. They're both right here. Okay. The first one is 1990, or I'm sorry,
2002.
2002
Chevy Tahoe.
Chevy Tahoe, and the second one
Is a 2012 Jeep Patriot.
Jeep Patriot. And I'm not going to write all of this information down, Brooks, for the sake of time.
Okay.
If you don't mind, if I can take this deck sheets with me.
Yeah,
That'll
you
help
just
us.
make a copy of them.
Make a copy of them, perfect.
Yeah.
That, we'll do that on the way out.
Okay.
That'll kind of speed it up. It's also got all your vehicle identification numbers and everything on here, so it'll just kind of save some time.
Sure.
But what I want to do real quick is review kind of some of the coverages. I noticed here that you have liability limits for your bodily injury and property damage liability of $25,000 per person, $50,000 per occurrence, and then $25,000 on property damage. When is the last time you had this reviewed?
You know, I don't know if we've ever had a review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's what it's been since we started wrote those policies.
And I knew you're with State Farm. I mean, they have an agency. Just the reason I ask that question is because I find oftentimes that that's the same answer I get, and it's really a shame. One of the things that I commit to you and all my customers is you're going to get a chance to meet with me once a year.
Okay.
You may tell me you're not interested. You may tell me everything's great. But I'm going to be in the school all the time. I'm going to stop in. I'm going to see you and say, "Hey, Brooks, what's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, blah blah blah. We're going to talk. So it's just you're going to get it, and then once a year I'm going to give you a formal process to do what we call an annual policy review.
Okay.
Because that is an opportunity for us to make sure that everything is still current. That your 16-year-old driver who just got added is properly insured.
Yeah.
Okay. The coverage of 2550, 25, it concerns me, and here's the reason. When you get in your car, Brooks, and you drive down the road, imagine that before you back out of your driveway, you took all of your assets that you own,
Mm-hmm.
money you have saved, you stick it in the trunk of your car, and you're driving with it down the highway. Everything you have is at risk. And you just added a 16-year-old driver who we know statistically are more likely to have accidents than somebody else.
That's
Because
true.
mine, in his first year, was just crazy. And what we generally recommend is to look at your total assets and then determine the amount of limits that you need to protect yourself. So if God forbid something happened, you're properly insured.
Okay.
Okay, so
Makes sense. Yeah.
most of my customers generally don't have any less than $100,000 per person in an accident, up to $300,000 per occurrence. And what that basically means is that if you're in a car with your family and you're driving down the road and you run into me and my family, and people in my car are hurt, your policy will pay up to $100,000 per person in my car for bodily injury, no more than $300,000 per occurrence.
Okay.
Been to a hospital anytime recently, or known somebody?
No, but yeah, I know somebody, a friend of mine.
How quickly can you get to $25,000?
It didn't take you long at all.
Right? I mean, it's not hard to get to $100,000, but that would certainly, it's 4 times the coverage. So, and then on top of that, cars are more and more expensive.
Yeah.
How many cars today cost less than $25,000?
Not many. No.
Right? And that's what the maximum of your policy is going to pay out. So
Okay.
we recommend $100,000 for liability
Okay.
coverage on the property damage side. So there's a few things here that I'm going to look at. Also, I noticed your deductibles are pretty low on your policy. So you're not going to sue yourself for a deductible. So we might raise the deductibles a little bit, which would help us cover some of the increased premium that may require to increase your limits.
Okay.
Hopefully we can still save you money overall, but I'd rather see you put your dollars where they're going to protect you the most. So I'm going to work on that, put something together, and then
Okay.
get back to you on that. Does that
All right.
sound fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then on your homeowner's insurance, oh, by the way, I noticed you have a loan. You have 2 cars, the 2012. Does it have a loan on
It
it?
does, yeah.
Okay, if something happens to you, will that car be paid off?
No, I didn't elect that.
Okay, yeah, well, it's good you didn't, because that's very expensive, but somebody's going to have to pay that bill should something happen to you.
Mhm.
We'll touch base on that in the life insurance section here in a minute, but let me just mark here that you don't. How much do you owe on that?
I think it's about 10,000 now.
10,000. Okay. All right. Cool. Any questions on the auto?
I don't think so. No, I just really understand it better than I ever have.
Okay. Good. Good. And
Appreciate
you'll find when we come back over, we'll go through things even more thoroughly when we have a little more time.
Okay.
As far as the homeowner's insurance, you own your home, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
In the process of
All
that.
right. In the process of owning it, fair enough, aren't we all? What is the balance of your mortgage right now?
It's about 150.
So you own 150. What do you think? What do you think the house is worth?
Probably, I'm going to guess around 200,000.
200,000. Okay, good. Got a little bit of equity in there. What is the structure of the home? Is it block?
It's brick foundation.
Brick foundation?
And,
Okay.
I mean, block foundation, it's brick, most of it's brick, a little bit of vinyl, but mostly brick.
Okay. And, hey, you know, something I meant to ask you on the auto, have you had any claims or any speeding tickets or anything? We're gonna do a background, kind of a real quick research of your driving history. What is that gonna show us when we pull that up? Any tickets or accidents in the last 3 years?
Around Christmas 2012, I had an accident
Okay.
myself. in
2012?
Tahoe.
Was it your fault?
Yes.
What happened?
Thought a guy was turning and right, and I was impatient, was gonna go around him, and
Okay. Hey, things
actually
happen.
turned left, and so I scraped down the side of his car.
Alright, wasn't too bad then, no?
No,
What was the
no
total
news
amount?
heard, so that was the main thing, yeah.
Do you know how much the total claim was?
Probably $2,000.
Anything else?
It's been very fortunate.
Okay, good. Alright, so when I thought of that, I looked down here and I thought of that, I need to go back and get that information. I see that you're paying about $1,500 a year for your house insurance right now. Have you ever had a wind mitigation inspection done on your home?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, basically they just check the roof, make sure there's enough nails and all that stuff in the right places.
Okay.
So we probably need to get that done to make sure that we can try to see if we can help you save some money.
Okay.
All right, so what I'm going to do is basically, there's a few different companies that are out there. I'll recommend 2 or 3 companies. You can just pick whichever one you want and go out there and get that done. It costs you a few bucks to do it, but it might save you several $100s in your premium.
Okay.
So we can take a look at that. What year was your house built?
It was built in '95.
Okay. Now I can get most of the other information off the property appraiser's website. So your cabinets and stuff, are they pretty much standard grade? Or are they custom cabinets, things like that?
We redid our kitchen 3 years
So you
ago.
have custom. Okay, cool. All right. And any claims on the home? Anything in the last 5 years?
No.
Okay, great. Any dogs?
No.
Trampolines?
A couple of
anything like
cats.
that?
No.
Okay, just cats. All right, awesome. And like I said, you got a $150,000 mortgage on that. Do you have any type of life insurance on that? Should something happen to you?
Not tied to that. No.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, like I said, we'll touch base on that here in a moment, real quick. So, any questions on the homeowners insurance?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think everything should be.
And we'll make a
everything
copy
should be
of-
on the deck.
We'll make a copy of this.
Yeah.
Brooks, who do you carry your life insurance with?
I have here through the school.
Through the school?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So we'll pause here for a moment.